These are the eyes of a several few of the hundreds of black and brown men and women who were killed by the police. They didn't ask for it. They didn't cause their own deaths. They weren't criminals. They were human beings. And they died because they were black. None of these eyes are threatening. All of these eyes are full of life. Life that was their right to have and enjoy, but which right was taken arbitrarily by race soldiers we call cops. Justifiable homicide does not include murder. These eyes, the people who belong to these eyes, were murdered without justification. They weren't resisting. They weren't putting the cop's life in danger. They were killed because they were black. If these eyes scare you, if the skin of the body these eyes belong to scares you, if black scares you, then it's time to start asking yourself why. Are you scared of black because of its definition? Are you afraid of black because the news tells you to be? Are you afraid of black because of the statistics? Are you afraid of black? If you're afraid of a color, you have a whole lot of thinking and self-evaluating and soul-searching to do. What can color do to you? What threat does color actually pose? Quite frankly, I'm of the opinion that if you are afraid of a color, then you shouldn't have any job anywhere in the world. That kind of irrational fear is far too costly, and irrational it is. See, your fear is of color, but that color holds a human being, and therefore you're afraid of a human being. And you rationalize this fear of a human being citing crime. But you have this fear even if no crime has been committed. And it is this irrational fear of that human being that both denies and acknowledges the humanity of black, but you act on your fear that would deny the humanity, and you kill. And in killing, you try to justify it by claiming fear. Your justification acknowledges your awareness of the humanity of the life you just snuffed out. That's why there is no justification. Your fear of black and justification of murder of black tells us that you knew. And the fact that you pulled the trigger anyway lets us know that you didn't care and that murder was your intent in the first place, because your life was never in danger, not from a color and not from the body which carries that color. You murdered these men and women in cold blood and without justification, period. And now, watch the names scroll as these eyes look out at you. All of them. The entire alphabet is represented except for 2 letters. I'll let you figure out which ones. Watch these names scroll as these eyes look out at you. And if you're still afraid of black when it's done, there is no helping you. You have no humanity. But your lack of humanity will not deny these. There will be no justification of their deaths. There never can be. It is your own lack of humanity that killed them. It's your own lack of humanity that killed them. Period.
southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. Pastoral scene of the gallant South, the bulging eyes and the twisted mouth, scent of magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to suck, for the sun to rot, for the tree to drop. Here's a strange and bitter cry.